up, what up, what up? Haas, what up? Shanti Monique, what up? Chunky, what up? What's up? What's up? Boy Wonder, what up? About to go over to YouTube in a minute. Sharon, what up? Hey, inspired. Hey, hey, oh, pat a collar, pop it. What's up? Miss Marina, what up? Matt T, what's up, ex-wife? BK in the house. Alright, so I'm going to set a title. "21 is not enough." So I'm going to set a title. I'm going to probably go to YouTube because this thing is tripping. I wanted to do the Q&A, the industry question and answers. Answering all questions about the industry. If I go to YouTube, I should go to YouTube, right? Because so I'm able to hear see all the questions. Plus Instagram be shadow banning me. What's up? What's up, Dolly? God's child, what up? What up, Marlena? The trick K, what's up? What up, Ambitious? What up? Everybody. What's goodies? What's up? What's up? Chunky. What's up, Matt T? What up, BK Banger? What's up, God's child? What's up, Cardi for life? What's up, Shay? Thank you, Dolly. I'm good, Trick K, thank you. What's up, Cardi for life? BK Banger? Harlem's own gangster? What it do, Chrissy? Shout out to Chrissy, that's my bitch, cause she tells me everything. Yeah, Marlena, I had a long day. I got like 4 or 5 things going at once. So this is the industry Q&A. Yeah. Oh, you see me shining? You see me shining, Matt? Miss Chaw, what up? Super Ugly, what up? Q&A, let's go. I'm not on YouTube yet, but I'm thinking about going over there. Think about going over there. Do celebs really sell their soul? First question. Lauren Taylor _ BADD. Do celebs really sell their soul? And the answer to that is yes. And there's different ways that they do it. They can sell their soul just for a straight out contract. You know, they can actually sell their soul and sell out their beliefs to do something that they normally wouldn't do for money. So yes, it definitely can sell their soul. And they have. And they will continue to do it as long as they think that following evil and living the good life on earth, as long as they think that that is something that's going to continue, and that they don't believe in an afterlife where you get the same thing. See, that's the thing. People that sell their soul don't believe that there's an afterlife that has this afterwards. And they're greedy. They don't want to wait. They want it right now. And they sell their soul for riches and fame, as opposed to waiting for it when it's all over. Good question, though. Do I have any Quincy Jones story or tea? Well, Quincy Jones has been in this industry a long time, so I'm sure he got stories that go back. And one of the main stories about him is Will Smith and how Will Smith got put on. You know, and a lot of people think or say it was Benny Medina, but Benny Medina had to bring Will Smith to Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones at that point was running everything as far as rappers and musicians getting on TV. Quincy Jones was producing all of those shows and all of those movies. So everybody always talks about Quincy Jones, Will Smith, and Benny Medina. You know, and I know everybody loves Will, but Will did have to do something to get in the position he's in. So we're gonna put it like that. And his claim to fame was through Quincy Jones. Did you hear about Nas and the new baby? I think I may have heard somebody mention Nas was having a kid, but when they that age, like when they in their 40s and they just having babies with random people, it don't catch my interest. So I'm not interested in Nas, really. You know, I really lost interest in Nas when he fucked over K Slay for the Jay situation. And then I thought when he was with Nick, I'm like, okay, that's a good look, an OG rapper. He's older than her. Maybe this would be a good look, but he let outside chatter fuck that relationship up. So I'm not really, you know, Nas is an all-time great. He's not the GOAT in my mind, but he's all-time, definitely all-time great. You could argue top 5, definitely top 10. But a lot about his personality I don't really fuck with. And as far as the Khalees things go, we don't know whether the Khalees stories are true or not, but we do know that Nas' baby mama said he put hands on her too. So if enough people say something, there's got to be some sort of truth to it. Okay. Let's see. Industry Q&A. Let's go. Any question y'all want to know? I prepared for this all day. I researched a lot of people. I had to go and research some of the youngins because I don't really know a lot of the youngins. So if you ask me about a youngin, I might not know. Why would you think that Weezy sold his masters? I know why he sold his masters. See, when you sell your masters, you feel as though it's going to benefit you more, right? Selling your masters now when at a high point than, later on, because everybody's masters go up when they're dead. A lot of people don't want to think about that. Like, okay, my master, I'll be, my children to eat or what have you. He may have felt as though, you know what, I already got my kids set up. I already got them a $4 million CD for all of them, or all of them got $1 million CD and my life insurance and whatever. So I'm gonna sell this publishing for $100 million. Now, mind you, Wayne just got 8 figures from Baby. He just got 8 figures. Now he's gonna get another $100 million. When you sell masters, you get a tax break as well. So he's trying to get all the money he can right now. Maybe he'll put that money away from him and say, you know what? Fuck my masters, because 40 years down the line, my masters ain't going to be worth nothing. In 40 years, what's my masters going to be worth? You know what I'm saying? He's thinking down the line. People that hold on to their masters, they're not thinking down the line. Publishing is something different. Publishing, you can get paid for life because you wrote it. Publishing and masters are two different things. Ask the questions in the question box, y'all. Where's Freeze Baby with Jay-Z? Chrissy. Well, we don't know if there is a baby, but all I know is Jay-Z thought at some point that it was a chance that was his baby, or else he wouldn't have been at the hospital when she had the baby. So I don't really know whether Free had Jay-Z's baby, but I know there was a possibility it was his baby, or like I said, he wouldn't have been at the hospital. Lovely 92. How many kids does Jay-Z and Diddy really have? Now, From what I was always told, Jay-Z had, before Blue, Jay-Z had at least 2 other kids. That was the one in Baltimore, and then there's one allegedly in Trinidad. Those were the 2 I knew about. They said Kathy White was pregnant, but she died mysteriously. So they said he had 2 previous before he had Blue Ivy. Diddy is truthful about all his kids. But I believe J-Lo either aborted a child or lost a child. I think she aborted a child. I don't think she lost a child. I believe J-Lo aborted a child of Puffy's. From what I was told. But then the rest of his kids is legit. So Boundless Love said, any truth to the Drake rumors about underage girls? When you say underage, what age are we talking? Listen. I've been around industry niggas. I've been around artists, rappers, athletes long enough. And they all will tell you. They've all smashed a chick under 18. Knowingly or unknowingly. If they knew they couldn't get caught, they did. They definitely did it. Ghostface Killer tell you that. He said, we all done fucked a girl under 18. Knowingly or unknowingly. Now, do I think he was messing around with Billy Bobby Brown? No, absolutely not. I don't think for 1 minute he's messing with Millie Bobby Brown or somebody 11 years old or something like that. Nah. Drake ain't like that. Was he smashing a chick 17? Turning 18? Probably. But he ain't the first, ain't the only, and ain't gonna be the last. You see how these girls be looking? You see how these girls be looking? They know how to maneuver fake IDs, get fake ID off the internet, pop up there with an ID, and then some of them don't have no ID, and they get there, they body looking like they 25, 26, they could be looking like, damn. It's tight, but it's right. Slim Hendrix. What was the point of L.A. Reid selling his masters? Again, the same thing. They see how music is going, right? And a lot of people wait until their masters are at its highest point. And a lot of times you can get your masters back later on. You can get your masters back later on. A lot of them use that upfront money to go invest in something. If it's something that they feel as though is going to make them loads of money down the line, and they need a heap load of cash right now to invest in it, a lot of them will sell their masters. Because they could always get it back if they got enough money. But you're going to have to make money in order to buy your masters back. So it's kind of like getting, you get a loan, and then you're always going to buy it back for less than what you sold it for. Because when you're ready to buy it back, it's not going to be worth the same. It's not going to be worth the same. Oh, okay. We asked that one already. Chrissy, why did they kill Prince? They killed Prince, in my opinion, because he knew too much. And he was worth way more to them dead than he was alive. The longer Prince lived, the less and less as the years go on that they would get and they would make off him. Because what people don't know about Prince is he was already starting and going to invest in virtual concerts. A lot of people don't understand that. But Prince was the first one that started selling his music individually over the internet and told record stores that he wasn't fucking with them no more. And he was already looking into, I'm going to give virtual concerts. You're going to pay to see me. I'm going to set up the stage at Paisley Park. This was way before COVID. I'm going to set up the stage and then people are going to pay an amount online to see me. And he was going to pull it off. And then the industry and the powers that be like, wait a minute. This dude trying to make it so we can't get no money off of him. And they were still sore about that song, Let's Go Crazy. The elites never forget. When he said the elevator, he was referring to the elites. Are we gonna let the elevator break us down? Hell no, let's go. It was originally was hell no, let's go. He changed the hell no, let's go to oh no, let's go. Let's go crazy. Let's get that. Look for the purple banana till they put us in the truck. Let's go. So he was basically telling, correct, he was basically telling people about shit that was taking place back then. We're not going to let the elevator break us down. Well, where did Prince get found when he was dead? Found in the elevator. So they shoved it right back in his face. Y'all remember that? Found dead in the elevator. Oh, you're not going to let the elevator break you down? How about this? That's a taunt. And they made sure they found him. He was found in an elevator. The elites took that song as a slap in the face when he made it. Because they knew what he was talking about. Let's see what else. Lauren Tay. Jaguar Wright, has she lost her mind or she be telling the truth? A little bit of both. Lauren Taylor, a little bit of both. Jaguar Wright is out of her mind. I think she has mental illness. I've always thought she had mental illness. But she's also telling the truth about a lot of stuff too. So she stretches a lot of things out. She exaggerates a lot of stuff. But she also be on point about a lot of stuff. She was in the music industry. So she's bound to know something. You know? She hung around a bunch of men. Her clique was a bunch of men. So she's seen something. Right? She definitely, some of her stories are true. But some of the stories, she tries to put a little more mustard on the hot dog, if you know what I mean. I need to put my glasses on. Dale, can you pin my comment that says ask questions in the box, please? Okay. Okay, Dolly. Dolly, put that up again, please. And I'll pin it. And thank you for that. What's up, Jamal? Thank you, Dolly. Modest. I'm starting to think they're going to make Lil Wayne pay for the endorsement of Trump. The endorsement of Trump. That's why he moved into getting paid. Makes sense because Wayne quickly endorsed Trump because Wayne was thinking about his own pocket. And right now, celebrities, the genre is don't endorse Trump or you're going to pay for it. And a lot of people think because Ice Cube endorsed Trump, a lot of people think, don't get mad at me, a lot of people think because Ice Cube endorsed Trump that they made him give up a soul. And a lot of people believe that Ice Cube sacrificed Tiny Lister. And the reason why they think that is because about 3 weeks ago, Ice Cube ran a tribute for Tiny Lister. And everybody said, rest in peace, rest in peace. And Ice Cube had to come out and say, no, he's not dead. He's not dead, it's a tribute. And then 3 weeks later, he was dead. Now, I'm just saying, that's what they're saying. Well, he was a good friend of him. He's a good friend of his. Now, the views expressed in this live is not necessarily the views of Heaven James Clark, nor Heaven Hollywood. I'm just reporting the inside news. Because if you remember 3 weeks ago, the guy who inspired the character for Debo, see, Ice Cube made up that character. Ice Cube made up the character of Debo. There was a guy in his hood named Big Kurt or Big somebody. He inspired the character of Debo. 3 weeks ago, this Big Kurt died. 3 weeks later, Debo died. So the original Debo died, and Kurt died. What we got? I heard Kobe had a secret love child with a woman he paid off. This Chrissy. Do you think they'll reveal herself? I don't think she can. But I do think Vanessa knows about her. And the reason why I think Vanessa knows about her is because there was a game one time right after Kobe and Vanessa had split. And I think he had told her about a baby in Italy. And there was a game on, and somebody served Kobe with paternity papers. I know they were paternity papers because you could tell from the envelope. Right there during the game, somebody threw an envelope at him. He caught the envelope. Somebody served him during the game. So I believe he had to come clean to Vanessa because she was getting ready to clean him out. Not clean him out, but take half. But I think Vanessa knew. And she told him he had to come clean. That's how she knew. That's how she knew he cheated on her with over 120 different women. With over 120 women. But I don't think she'll ever come out. I think she probably signed a secrecy or something. Where if she says something, she may lose the money or something of that nature. Slim, is it true? Slim said the 2B had a girl looked in the bathroom to ask her how much would it be for her to leave Jay alone. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I've never heard that story. That's a good one, but I've never heard that story about Beyonce. And I heard all the Beyonce stories, so I don't think that's true. But might be. I never heard it. Sam Hendricks. Oh. Just ask that one. What else? Damn, y'all asking questions. Quick. Purple quiz. Any David Banner tea? Don't laugh, but that's my boo. No, a lot of people like David Banner. I don't have any personal tea about him. Maybe you can go to the blog, maybe she do, but I don't have any personal tea about David Banner. You know, he's always came across a pretty solid dude. If I'm not mistaken, I do remember like just the normal celebrity shit. He had a woman for a long time. You know, got caught cheating on his woman. Like, I'm trying to remember who went. I can't remember who went. But, you know, just the normal stuff. I've never heard nothing too bad about him, though. I see Live Wife in here. Will R&B groups, male and female, make a comeback? That's a good question. Purple Kisses. R&B groups. I think everything comes back around. But it's going to take people wanting to fall in love again. Right now, nobody cares about falling in love. or they act like they don't. So R&B music is usually love music and party music. When you go out to the clubs, people don't dance no more. They stand on tables and do this. It's not dancing. So until people are ready to start dancing again and being in love again, R&B ain't gonna come back. The live white stand. Give more rocker tea. Me, I don't really have the rocker tea though, live wife. That's really G's bag. You'd have to ask me about someone, and then I can probably give you the tea on that. What's up, Crystal? Oh, Marlena? Was Heavy D in the Illuminati? That's a good question. I think Heavy D at one point was set up to be in it. And a lot of people say that Heavy D sacrifices dancer Trouble T. Roy. They were saying that way back then. That's the first time I started hearing about blood sacrifice. They were like, yo, Heavy D blood sacrifice Trouble T. Roy, because if you notice, he blew up right after that death. And I was like, then I started seeing like, oh shit, this nigga Heavy D is blowing up. But I don't think he ever went full Illuminati. I could be wrong, but I know he was a scam artist, because he certainly scammed Monifa and Soul For Real out of all they bread. Heavy D, I don't like talking about the dead, and God bless the dead, but Heavy D, not a lot of people had good things to say about him as far as business goes. Arthur Perry Forrest, I think that's the girl from the blog. If it is Arthur Perry Forrest, congratulations on your books. I think you just released a couple of books. I think there's Perry Forrest that helps out on the blog sometime. But congratulations on your books, if you are the same person. What happened to Mary 40? I know you don't like her, but just asking. I don't have a problem with Mary 40. I used to be a fan until, it wasn't that I wasn't a fan, but I just said what she was doing was going to eventually end up getting her channel deleted. And I was right. All her fans got mad at me because I said, when you go on YouTube and you're accusing these celebrities of being men that aren't, or the ones that are, and you're bringing it out there to light, and you're calling them switch-ups, and that's really a man. So you're not going to be able to do that on YouTube to millionaires. To millionaires. Right? You're not going to be able to just sit there and slander millionaires' names and say they're on some demonic switching up your sex shit and not expect repercussions. See, lucky she's still alive. Because I heard they was coming for her head. I heard they was going to kill her. And that's why she took everything down. That's what I heard from an inside source. They was going to kill her. She was in Australia. She thought everything was sweet. They picked off her IP address and all that. Picked off her IP address. They was going to send them body snatchers at her ass in Australia. She got the fuck up off YouTube. Took all them videos down. And I told her that she was going to end up doing that. Chrissy said, what's my opinion on Azalea Banks? I think Azalea Banks is talented, but we'll never get a chance to see that talent because I feel as though she doesn't trust that her talent would be enough. She's self-conscious about the way she looks because she's dark-skinned. Dark skin don't matter to me. I don't think she's all that attractive. And y'all know I love me some Kelly Rowlands. But I don't think she's all that attractive. She looks retarded, number one. Second thing is she's just too messy. Somebody said in the moment, too messy. And you don't get a chance to look at that talent because she's too busy being messy all the time. So we'll never get a chance to see her talent because she's just too messy. If she would sit back and chill out, but that just goes to show she don't trust that her talent would be enough. Modest. Who's wearing Cassie's dog collar now? Diddy's looking for somebody. Diddy's looking for somebody to wear that dog collar. I don't know whether he's going to put on Drea. I think he's waiting for Lauren London. That's who he's waiting for. He wants it to be Lauren London. But Lauren London is kind of reluctant to make this thing work with Diddy because she told him to keep things quiet. And Diddy, trying to get back at Lori Harvey, put them pictures up of Lauren London. And that pissed her off. And she ain't really fucked with Diddy since. Haas, I watched the Nosy Hole live and it's impossible to ignore a lot of the testimony. If this picks up traction, will this reignite the Nikki hate train? That's a good question, Haas, and it's a good observation. Now, all of the Bobs, well, not all of them, most of the Bobs just keep saying, oh, go to Black Tea Talk. She already debunked it. Right? Go to Black Tea Talk. She already exposed that it's a Cardi fan. Well, Black Tea Talk since then is like, I'm not talking no more about it. It's whatever. And Tasha K came out and exposed what the woman looked like. Right? She exposed what the woman looked like. Now, instead of her exposing the woman, all she really did was confirm that this is the woman. Because according to Nosy Asshole Live, unless y'all think she's lying too, She said the same woman that Tasha K showed is the same woman she FaceTime with. And then somebody was in my DM and said that girl that says she's the daughter is really the daughter because she knows them from Queens. Now, if Nicki fans want to believe that everybody's lying, and there's enough for me to tell you. There's enough for me to tell you. If you want to believe that, believe that. But the only one debunking is Black Blog or whatever, Block T-Talk. But then this person has all these people. Had the daughter, and had the ex-friend, and then had the actual victim. The victim's cousin called her there and called her by her name numerous times. So, listen, I always said from the beginning, before it picks up traction, if it's not true, Nicki needs to come out and say it ain't true. Not have Tasha K say, oh, I talked to Nicki. She said it ain't true. No one's going to believe Tasha K. No one's going to believe Tasha K. So Nicki, do not have Tasha K representing you. Do not have Tasha K saying, oh yeah, I spoke to Nicki, because I don't believe she spoke to Nicki. I don't believe she spoke to Nicki one bit. I got you, Empress. TX Gang. Do I have a cameo in Groupies? As of right now, no. As of right now, I do not have a cameo in Groupies. But we never know what the future may bring. Do you think there's any chance of Last Friday being made with Pops and Debo now dead? Ice Cube could probably still make it and just replace those characters with someone else, but it wouldn't be the same. He could replace his Pops, and he could replace Debo with someone else, you know, but it wouldn't be the same. So I say no. Jimmy Ace. So was the tiny, the big end of the year sacrifice? Or there's still one more? You gotta ask G that. I was just going on what she was saying. That might be the second one because she said it's two well-known people. Well, the girl from Baps, she was well-known. I knew who she was. And everybody knows Debo. So hopefully, I don't need to see no more deaths, bro. Hopefully G don't say, oh yeah, there's one more. I can't take no more deaths. Christo, why would Lil Wayne sell his masters? Oh, we went over that. For the money. They're at his highest point. He's never going to get any more than what he's getting now. Plus, he's got other songs. Right? He's got new songs coming out that he'll hold the masters too. The masters he's selling, there's only a certain amount of songs. It's not for, the rest of his songs that he makes. So he's selling at his highest point. So a certain amount of songs in the catalog that he's selling. It's not all of his masters. For the money. it's good money, and it's a break on your taxes. Who are the clones? Arthur Perry said. Now, I can't tell you who for sure are replacements. I don't like to say clones. I like to say replacements. I can't tell you who for sure are the clones. But I can tell you who I feel as though is not the same guy or girl. For whatever reason, whether it be MK, whether it be they were replaced by another person. I don't feel as though that's Marshall Mathers. I haven't for years. I don't think that's the same Eminem that it's always been. I think somewhere around, I'm not afraid to take a stand, I think they switched them. I really do. I think they switched them. I don't think that's the same Gucci. I don't think that's the same Dave Chappelle. I don't think that's the same Britney. I don't think that's the same Paul McCartney. I don't think it's the same Eminem. And I don't think it's the same Dr. Dre either. Kodak either. Kodak either. Who do you believe is a switch up, like Angela Bassett? That switch up stuff is very touchy with me. I don't know. I don't know if I want to touch that because I don't want to insult no black women. Angela Bassett is very popular. I know that Bobby Christina said she was a switch up. People say Grace Jones was a switch up. A lot of people say J-Lo was a switch up. But it's hard for me to believe that they got switched that early in the game before they even became famous. J-Lo didn't even become famous till she was in her 20s. So why would they do a switch up back then, not even knowing whether she'll become famous or not? Modest, you ain't shit. That's a good question, Chrissy. I hope I answered it the best that I could. Reese, Streets Talking. Do you feel Nikki should go into detail about Ken Doll? I said I did before. And if she don't want to go into detail about what happened, she don't have to. But Nikki needs to address whether this situation is true or not. She needs to address if she asked this woman to change her testimony. That's all. That's all I care about. As far as what happened with Kenny and the girl, I could care less. He did time for it. I could care less. I want to know if Nikki tried to bribe this woman, a victim, into changing her story. If that's true, that's not a good look. That's the only thing I care about. I could care less about what Kenny and this woman did, whether he raped her or not. I'm not saying I don't care about rape. But it's obviously he raped her. He did time for it already. So I don't know if people say, oh, we don't know whether it's true. We know it's true. He copped out to it. What's your opinion? Take on Vlad. Is he a culture vulture? I think Vlad is definitely a culture vulture. I think Vlad is toxic to the hip-hop community. And I don't really think he cares about hip-hop at all. I just think he cares about what he can get off the culture. And he's getting a lot off the culture, and nobody seems to care. When is Beyonce leaving Jay for LeBron? I don't know, billionaire. Your girl Riri might beat her to it. If this don't work out with ASAP. I came in late, but I feel Jeremiah's a clone. So Nadi says she feels as though Jeremiah's a clone. A couple of people said that. A couple of people was like, yo, they don't think he had COVID. They think he went and got MK'd or replaced. Crazy. Was Eve getting cat on the low? Oh, Eve has always been bisexual. Eve always been bisexual. Kiss. Here go live wife with the here go live wife. With the rockers. Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, and Kiss. Kiss, probably the biggest secret about them that a lot of people didn't know about was the years that Paul Stanley, who was married most of the time, and Gene Simmons fought over Diana Ross. Many years. And nobody even knew what was going on. But there was many years that Kiss, Paul Stanley, and Gene Simmons fought over Diana Ross. Diana Ross and Cher showed up allegedly at Gene Simmons' house at the same time. And Gene Simmons was like, the rumor is that Gene Simmons said, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And when it lands on Mo, whoever it lands on, Mo, got to go. And people said he probably manipulated it so it landed on Cher. So Cher had to go. Guns N' Roses. Of course, everyone knows that Slash is mixed, but they are another one that had. There was during this time there was this groupie. I forgot her name, but the whole group was dating her at the same time. And it was like she had different nights for everybody in Guns N' Roses. I'm going to look up her name later. But she was one of the biggest groupies of the 90s. And she was like dating every single member of Guns N' Roses. I got to find her name out. Aerosmith, I don't really know too much about that. I just know Steven Tyler and Jagger always had a rivalry. But I'd have to look into Steven Tyler. You know, I heard he used to do some wild shit though. He's another one that loved black women too. Steven Tyler and Mick Jagger. Them white men be loving black women. They don't care. They don't look down on the white men in the industry. Don't look down at other white men for fucking black women, but they look down on the white women for smashing black men. Live White says, are Beyonce and Jay still going through marriage issues? I think Beyonce and Jay is going to go through marital issues until they're both like 70 or 80 years old. But I can't see. I don't think they'll divorce. I don't think they'll divorce. I think there's just too much money involved. If Jay ever start losing his money, Beyonce might divorce. But as long as Jay is Jay, I think she's gonna take whatever he gives out. He getting up there in age now, so maybe Beyonce's like, well, he getting up there in age, he gonna have to slow down. Karma Simone. Did you hear Jag Wright blasting Charlie Mack? I didn't hear Jaguar blasting Charlie Mack. I did not. I gotta go check that out. If anybody can put in my DM what exactly she said. Jaguar, better hope them receipts don't come out. See, all the dudes that smashed Jaguar, they can come out with it if they want, but a lot of them are embarrassed. Like, it's not like Jaguar is Erykah Badu. You know what I'm saying? Like, so half the people think she's crazy anyway. So if you come out like Talib Kweli came out and was like, oh yeah, she kept begging me for sex, begging me for sex, begging me for sex, and so I gave it to her. But everybody was looking at him like, oh yeah, you the man. They look at him like, you had a wife and you were cheating on your wife with this chick? Cancel. God damn, yo. Why isn't Super Bass officially diamond yet? It officially just sold over 500,000 more copies right now. Well, it has to be 10, what? 10 million? Diamond is 10 million copies. I don't know whether Super Bass has sold 10 million copies. And really, when you're going to get the diamond, you really have to sell a little bit over what it is. I got to look and see how many copies it sold. If it gets to diamond this month, then next month it'll be certified. If they don't certify it as soon as it crosses 10 million. I want that 10 million right now. Did Alexis Guy know Betty wasn't her baby father when she was on Love and Hip Hop? Of course. Of course. And so did Mona. But Mona Scott is the biggest exploitation of black women in our generation. My opinion. Mona Scott knew that that was not Fetty Wap's baby. But for the storyline, she put her on there. Y'all ain't canceled Mona yet. I guess because she gives y'all drama. But if y'all talk about the exploitation of black women and somebody who's toxic to the black community, especially the black woman, it's Mona Scott Young. Did Montel Jordan sell his soul? Nope. Montel Jordan saved his soul. Because right before they gave Montel that big deal, he got out of it. He was like, I was fucking 6 women a day. I was fucking 6 women a day and was married. And I was like, what am I doing? Montel Jordan said a dream saved his life. He said he went home and had a dream that he was fucking so many girls that he was smashing a girl, he smashing a side chick, and had a heart attack and died in his dream having sex with a girl. And that's what made him snap out of it. So what is the Nip T, Matt G? I think you asked me this before. Will G be posting the Nip T soon? G said she got tea on Nipsey. I have to remind her, I'm not Nip. I don't know what tea. I thought she already spilled that about Lauren London, maybe? I don't know. You have to let me know exactly what tea she's supposed to be spilling by Nipsey. Do I think Nicki will leave Kenny eventually? Yes, I do. I think eventually, if you let a leopard hang around long enough, he's going to show his spots eventually. And I believe that's what's going to happen with Kenny. He's either going to try to attack some female, or unfortunately, hopefully not, he's going to put his hands on Nicki. It's going to probably take that for Nicki to wake up. From everybody that I've heard that knows this dude, from my cousin, who knew him personally, couple of other dudes in 109 and God Brewer. From every single person I've known that has ever known this dude, I've heard nobody say anything good about him. So, he'll eventually show his spots. Nicki's money ain't going to be able to keep him under wraps, especially once he starts getting access to stuff, the way Safari did. Nicki going to start giving him access to everything she got. He ain't making no money. How's he making money? He's not making any money. So he's going to have Nicki's money. And once he see that Nicki's paying for him, that he can move about the way he want, you don't think he going to be fucking other bitches? They saying he fucking his ex-baby mama now. But there's no proof to that. Hold on. Female. Rap room. Is it true that Diddy likes sausage? A lot of people said that. A lot of people said that. I do believe Diddy's bisexual, yes. Too many people said it. After a while, you gotta say, so everybody's lying? I can see one or two people. Is Carrie Hilson really pregnant or is it for an acting role? I didn't even know Carrie Hilson had a man. That's a good question, comments. I'm going to say Carrie Hilson doing it for a role. I didn't even know Carrie Hilson had a man. So, I'm going to say for a role. I don't remember seeing anything about Carrie Hilson dating anybody. So I think it's an acting role. Since we white people business, why doesn't the cast of Zoe 101 mess with Alexis Nicholas? Them Nickelodeon shows, for some reason, right? The Nickelodeon show, for some reason, there's always one person that got some sort of story. And I think a lot of people, the story I was getting was Alexis Nicholas was like defending, what's his face at first, and then they stopped defending Dan Schneider, and Dan Schneider, as they say, is the father of Britney Spears' sister's kids. That's the rumor, that Dan Schneider got her pregnant when she was underage, that he's the father of her kids. That's why she's able to sit back, not work. What's the last hit Britney Spears' sister had? That's why she's able to just sit back and chill. Because Dan Schneider is probably the father of kids. When you are saying Paul McCartney is a clone, are you going by that old theory that he was killed? Yes. Yes, Jimmy Ace, I believe Paul McCartney was killed a long time ago. I think Tiana Taylor quit the music business because he saw what she was going to have to do in order to be successful. She saw that Kanye West wasn't pushing her music like she wanted. She was seeing that men were, oh, if you ain't giving up no pussy, then Nah. She saw what it was about. You know, she's a big, close with her mom. She ain't giving up her mom. She ain't giving up Iman. She ain't giving up her children. So she was just giving it one last effort. So you mean to tell me I can't do nothing without giving somebody up? No, I'm good. It wasn't like they were pushing her anyway. Jimmy Ace, if Big was alive, do you think he would be in the same position of power that Jay is now? No. I don't think Biggie would have been in the same power as Jay is because Biggie was under Puffy. And Puffy would not have allowed him to be bigger than him. See what I'm saying? Puffy would have never allowed somebody that he brought up to become bigger than him. Never. Where do I see music going after the pandemic? That's a good question, LaToya. You should put that in the question box. Because I think it's going to be different. I really do. I believe people are going to start holding people to a higher standard finally. After all these years. I think it's going to, once the pandemic is finally over, I think people are going to be like, nah. Because of this pandemic, you had to really, really, really come out with some good music in order for people to buy it. And I think people are going to be holding people accountable when this pandemic is over. And it's about damn time. Why did Diana have all these men risking it all? Said Perfection Defect. Because they said Diana Ross would do anything to please a man in bed. That's what they used to say about Diana Ross. If you get into bed with her, she'd do anything to please a man in bed. Diana Ross loves for men to say she's good, she's the best, allegedly. So that's why all these men was risking it all. Celebrities need to sacrifice people in fake uplifting of black people, etc. Then celebrities need to sacrifice people. Why the fake uplifting of black people, etc.? Because it is. They don't just have to sacrifice people. That is a way of sacrificing people as well. You're sacrificing your black culture. You're adding on to an agenda. You're helping them push an agenda. Certain people are, if the agenda is fake black love this month, that's what we roll them with. Certain people get assigned certain things. It's fucked up. But all of that's included. You can't say, oh, I'm going to do this and just not do that. No. Once you take the oath, once you down with the GOAT, it's a free fall. If he asks you to eat cow shit, you can't be like, oh, you know what? I'll suck a nigga dick, but I ain't eating no cow shit. Nigga, get your fucking head down on that cow shit. Want that check, don't you? Get your fucking head down there, nigga. Gonna tell me you're not gonna, what you're not gonna do? Those come in and ask questions. All right. Do I consider Lauryn Hill to be a legend? I do. I consider, Jamal asked, do I consider Lauryn Hill to be a legend? I do consider Lauryn Hill to be a legend. Or an icon. I'm not really sure whether I think she's an icon or a legend. you know, I always contradict myself. I think Lauryn Hill could have been a legend, but she put out one album. She put out one album. Is that legendary? I'm trying to be fair. Yes, he put out a great hip-hop album with the Fugees. Arguably the greatest hip-hop album ever. Arguably. And then The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is arguably one of the greatest hip-hop albums ever. I think she's the icon. I don't know if she's a legend. I think she's an icon. But one album. If she's a legend after one album, then what's Missy? What's Nicki? You see what I'm saying? Are they legends too? Is there different steps of legend? Michael Jackson's a legend. Do we put Lauryn Hill in the same breath as Michael Jackson? Iconic? Yes. Legend? Nah. You heard Riri's pregnant? It's a possibility she's spending all that time with A$AP Rocky. Unless he's shooting blanks, she's going to eventually get pregnant. I don't know whether she's pregnant right now. I have heard a couple of people say, oh, she wants to get pregnant very soon. But if she's pregnant now, I didn't hear about it. But I did hear that she wants to have a baby. Do I think Anne-Marie has resentment towards the industry? Jamal asked. Yes, I do. I think Anne-Marie has a lot of resentment towards the industry because the industry let Beyonce come up in here and pretty much steal Anne-Marie's whole swag, style, sound, and look. And nobody said a damn thing about it. They let her do it. Everybody saw her do it. Everybody saw her do it. Everybody saw her do it. And nobody cared. What's good with Jesse McCartney? Not really familiar. I do apologize on Novocaine. Not really familiar with Jesse McCartney. Or I am, I don't know about it. Bobby Brown, his son, daughter, and wife is deceased. And wife. Is it Juju? Add Nick. It is a little weird what's happening with Bobby. His brother, too, got killed. Like, early in the game. Could Bobby be cursed because of Whitney? I don't know if it's that, because if that's the case, how come Sissy Houston's still alive? How come Dionne Warwick? Ain't nothing happened to her. Shaka Khan. And what would they really want with Bobby? He don't have Whitney's money. Whitney didn't leave him shit. So what would they really want with him? I'm not saying that it's not true, but it wouldn't make sense. He's 51 years old. He doesn't make hits anymore. So, you know, what would they want with him? That's my question. It's not like he got Whitney's. Whitney didn't leave him anything. Latoya, are awards bought at award shows? They are predetermined. And yes, I do believe that people's record label and the connections that they have in their camp, yes, I do believe they can buy their award. I think it's been being done for many years. Because those awards are a part of perception. For them to say, oh, 22 Grammys, 34 nominations, that's a big deal. And you add that to an artist, you can make them historically great. The other day was the 40th anniversary of John Lennon's death. Any interest in tea on him? You know, Jimmy Ace, I would have to look into my archives and get back to you. I used to have some great John Lennon stories, but I don't remember them. I'm going to be honest with you. I have to look at my archives. Because one of my close friends was a big Beatle fan. And he told me a lot of John Lennon shit. I got to get back to you on that one, my brother. Jimmy A said, was Princess Diana sacrificed? If so, who benefit? I believe Princess Diana was murdered. Because Princess Diana was not with the shits. You know what I mean? Princess Diana saw what was going down and she wasn't with the shits. To me, she would eventually left that kingdom, resigned, divorced, whatever. She was not liking all that shit that was going on. All that alleged shit that happens in London. You know, alleged stuff. We're not going to get into it. But Diana loved kids. We're just going to, I'm put it like that. Diana loved kids. Damn, y'all. Let me see what Live White's on that. Why Jagger and Steven Tyler beef? Well, Mick Jagger always felt as though Steven Tyler was trying to copy him. Right? Mick Jagger felt as though Steven Tyler... Jagger didn't believe that Steven Tyler's lips were real. Jagger thought that he was the only white man with big lips. And he was like, oh, back when he was so-and-so, his lips never looked like that. Jagger thinks that Steven Tyler got lip fillers to look like him. That's what he always thought. Mick Jagger thought he was the only white dude with big lips. Latoya said, where will music go after COVID? Again, I believe people will be held accountable. I think after this pandemic is clear, if and when that happens, I think big mouth. Yeah, I'm sure Mick Jagger wanted a piece of him. Yeah, Jagger and David Bowie used to mess around. Jagger and David Bowie used to switch wives. They used to mess around with each other. It's crazy. Perfecto. What's the deal with Ariana? Ponytail. Ponytail guy don't smash. She a witch. Ponytail's an initiated witch. Mm-hmm. Why are all bad boy artists broke? Because they allow Puffy to own all their masters and own all their publishing. The only one that ain't broke so far yet is French Montana. And that's because he does what Diddy wants. He's not going to leave Diddy because he knows if he leaves Diddy, that's it for him. So he's going to sit there and run up under Diddy as long as he can. Boss states in any scoop on Maroon 5. The only thing I have about Maroon 5 is the lead singer. I don't really know much about the other group, but the lead singer, Adam, he got into a big... The only thing I know about them, and the only reason why I know about this is because I had just left that club. The only thing I know about them is he got into a huge fight. Who's the dude that made the song? Who's to sing that song? Sugar Ray or something like that? Sugar Ray. That was him. Him and Adam Levine got into a huge fight one night, and I had just left the club. It was Club Home. Adam Levine was messing with Sugar Ray's girl. And Sugar Ray was performing at the Supper Club in the city. And you'll know I got short-term memory, so I'm trying to piece together. Sugar Ray was performing at the Supper Club. Adam Levine came in there with Sugar Ray's girl, the one he used to put in the videos all the time. I'm trying to think, did he catch him at the Supper Club? I thought he caught him at Home. It was a club called Home. There was Home, and there was Guest House in the city. Anybody that used to rock in the city in the early 2000s know about Home and Guest House. It was usually black clubs. But one night a week, they had like rock bands and white people would come out, whatever. And him and Adam Levine, I heard, got into a fight. Because Adam Levine was fucking his broad. I don't remember her name, but I do remember that story. And that's really the only thing I got on them. Adam Levine. Yeah, Adam Levine. That's him. Adam Levine also fucked Corinne Steffens too. Corinne Steffens, she will fuck a white boy. Latoya Jackson says, who has Janet Jackson smashed? Well, of course, we know James DeBarge. Of course, we know Renee Alizado, Bobby Brown, Matthew McCartney, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, allegedly, Q-Tip, allegedly, Jermaine Dupri, I don't know how and why, MC Light, she said she didn't smash Justin Timberlake, but they were messing around. She never smashed Tupac. Tupac admitted that. Tupac said that they told him he had to take an AIDS test just to do a kiss scene with Janet. So she never smashed Tupac. Yeah, I don't think she ever fucked Justin, but she was messing around with him. And then she ended up making a big mistake. But Michael Jordan was her jump off. She fucked with Matthew McConaughey too. But that Bobby Brown story, all the Janet fans hate it. But that Bobby Brown story was 100% factual. See, people make the mistake, they think about Bobby right now. That's the point. They think about Bobby now. They look at Bobby like, oh, ain't no way he got none of Janet. Look at Bobby, 87 to 89, Bobby Brown. Every chick wanted Bobby Brown and Michael Jordan. Those were the two dudes. And Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy didn't get Janet. He wanted to. That's why Eddie Murphy had an issue with Bobby Brown. Because Eddie Murphy pretty much came up off of Whitney Houston and threw Bobby the alley-oop with Whitney Houston. But he couldn't get Janet. Eddie couldn't get Janet, and number one, him and Michael were really close. So he never got Janet. There's something fishy behind this recent Jake Paul hype. That's a nice observation, Modest. I didn't even know the nigga boxed. That night I heard him about this dude was the first time I heard him. So you might be looking for some sort of sacrifice to hear about that nigga. Alright, y'all. Do I believe Beyonce died? No, I do not. I do not believe Beyonce died. I believe Beyonce... Oh, what's up? What's up? My daughter's in here. It started as YouTubers boxing YouTubers. Got you. YouTubers boxing YouTubers. That's how it should have stayed. It should have stayed. Nate Robinson took this fight because Nate Robinson is self-conscious and has low self-esteem. Don't believe me? Go ask Sharice Shanti on IG. His Haddish and Common a PR stunt till after COVID. I can't see them two together. That had publicity stuff written all over them to me. Alright, yo. I'm gonna have to bring my battery back. Hold on.